Nick, welcome back to our staggeringly blue underwater emporium, Nick. It's Seaopolis.
Oh, it is a bit of an emporium, isn't it? An emporium of colours and machines.
What are we using for the definition of an emporium?
I actually don't know what the definition of emporium is.
I don't know emporium. I picture like a place that houses a lot of different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, you're not far off, Isaac. According to Oxford Languages Dictionary, an emporium is a large retail store selling a wide variety of goods. It's basically what you said,
nice.
but
Okay.
better.
I mean, we don't sell anything. And so
that's true. Yet, Isaac.
Right.
We don't sell anything yet. Although I guess this isn't one of the Ben packs where you do, shove a load of trinkets into a machine that basically is used as a sales kind of block, right? And then you generate bucks of some kind. So
that's
I suppose
true.
I suppose the other Ben packs we played where that is the case, like Seaopolis and stuff, those are more Emporium-esque than this is. But
could you argue? Go on.
Yeah.
No, continue.
I was going to say, this has more of a feel of an emporium, right? Like, look around you, Isaac. Look around you. It's so, emporium-like, right?
Could you argue that we're selling our time and our effort to get tech books as a quest,
as quest rewards?
Payment?
I suppose so.
Are we the product, Nick? Is that
maybe?
What,
yeah, we're always the product these days, Isaac. I mean, whenever, we're working for free and we're getting these. It's a bit of a difficult one, isn't it? Because we are getting paid, but we're still the product in this case. We're the product for Ben to do all of his nefarious. I suppose employees, products in a way of a company. The company buys an employee by paying them, and the employee does work or a service for them, which is,
It's not great. I imagine no company would actively advertise that they think of their employees as,
as products.
As products, as like disposable single-use items that they, rinse dry of all of their mental and physical energy before removing them and replacing them with a fresher and cheaper one.
Rate. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that,
swiftly.
Nick, we're back.
Yeah, we're back. Hi, welcome everyone to Minecraft. Welcome to Seaopolis.
Since the end of the last stream, Nick, I have taken your advice and I've kind of left the world loaded for a little bit. All right,
sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
First things first, man. You'll notice that we've got like a nice backlog on the dust, the sand, and the gravel. And in fact, if you look in the strainers, we are like fully clogged up, man. On top of that, I did also I threw down a couple of strategic hopper chest setups like this. So here, for example, the back one is full of wooden catchers and this one was full of wooden strainers to allow us to slowly but surely get a bunch of driftwood, which we now have because we need a bunch of that for making like a bunch of crafters and wooden hoppers and all that kind of shenanigans. The same is true of here as well. I threw a bunch of fish nets and a bunch of meshes into these chests, and if you check the double chest here, man, we have got a veritable smorgasbord of different fish available to us, man.
Yeah, the fishmonger tactic is really playing out here, Isaac.
Which is good for food, but it's also kind of surprisingly necessary for getting bones and bone meal and all that kind of stuff as well, man. We are backed up on wood, but I'm actually a little concerned, man. The drawers here only hold 512 logs, and I think that once we start auto-processing logs into charcoal and using charcoal as like a permanent fixture of fuel for our base, in terms of power and in terms of smelting resources, I think we're going to run out of logs real fast. So I think one of the things we do need to do is probably increase the number of botany pots to get wood faster and probably get some drawer upgrades, which we can buy from the catalog to make these hold more as well. So I'm looking ahead at the quest book, man, and kind of thinking about what I want to do today, because we have a fair bit of automation still to go, which is going to involve getting a bunch more crafters and a bunch more of these basic inventory hoppers and potentially as well a bunch more strainers and kind of repeating a lot of what we've already done, right? Like getting more strainers, straining the gravelly mulch. We've got to craft the gravelly mulch first, and the same is true for taking the dust as well and sifting that automatically, and then we've got to run it through this setup that we have here, which I have run a little bit, man. We've got a few more, nickel, copper, tin, lead. I did a bit of manual kind of sifting over here, so we have more stuff. But before we do that, man, if we saw that there's a bunch of upgrades that we can work towards once we have gold, and we're not too far away from gold. Now, the amethyst shards, man, are also used in the making of the wireless terminal from Tom's, right?
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm also
nice.
thinking if we can get, I don't know where we get nether quartz. Is that all the way down? Oh, it is all the way down there. Ugh. It's all the way down under the nether quest line, which is a bit further along.
That is quite far. Yeah, I mean, is there anything stopping us from going to the nether?
That's a very good question, Nick. I would assume that the answer is yes.
Yeah, I am looking at the start of this nether quest line, and there's a structure compass and a netherrack thing.
I remember
so I'm
how this
it's not
works,
the traditional
Nick.
way. Okay.
No, so the way this works, if you check the bottom of the Echo quest line, in this pack, we don't build the nether portal. We have to dig down to bedrock and then break bedrock and fall through, and we fall into the nether.
Right. Okay.
So to
it is
get
very
to the nether,
non-traditional.
we have to get this bedrock pickaxe, which is at the bottom of the Echo quest line. That's going to allow us to do that, man. So we are kind of hard. We've been Ben-gated, Nick, is what we've been.
Okay, right.
Done.
We've been bend.
We've
Isaac,
been bend. Yeah.
As per usual. Okay.
Yeah, bingo.
Fine.
Yeah.
Fine. So nether quartz basically isn't happening in the near term, unless there is some other way to acquire it, which I assume there isn't because we don't have create witch water. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I think it's just all the usual.
Yeah.
Go to nether, get things.
Well, I think we need nether mulch is what we need, man. And then we sift the nether mulch to get quartz dust. And then we use a crystallizer to kind of convert the quartz dust back into quartz.
And I'm assuming nether mulch is going to be like nether rack or something with that was nether infused water on mulch. Of course it is. Right.
So,
okay.
At the very least, I think that's going to be like, it's possible there might be some nether quartz in the nether that we can get, but if we want to automate nether quartz, that's how we're going to acquire it, I think.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. So in good news, though, you do have this induction smelter now, man. And so it shouldn't be too difficult for us to make some progress, at the very least, towards this amethyst shard, which is then going to allow us to start with gems and dust, which, of course, is going to give us access to gold as well, which is going to allow us to do some upgrades. I was also thinking, man, I don't know what you think about this. I was thinking about this base and how we're going to design things a little bit, man. And I was kind of thinking about putting a bit of a secondary level to this room, but only kind of around the edge.
Ah,
you
like
know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a term for it. Like, is it like catwalks? Like a catwalk?
Kind of, yeah. Like a catwalk that goes around the outside that we could put some stuff onto. The reason I was kind of thinking of dabbling in those dark arts, Nick, is that I was trying to actively come up with a use case for the pipe water thing. So like imagine we have a catwalk, right, that comes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 blocks out like this. Maybe maybe 5 or 6. If we did this, I was thinking that what we could potentially do is get the wrench, get this guy going like this and like this, and then we could use this as our way of getting up to that second level.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
And I was also water to the catwalk. Yeah.
And I was kind of thinking, because we can embed these in the floor, right? I was thinking it could look kind of cool to have like quite a few of these down, like every couple of blocks, and have them as like
basically.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't have to go up to the roof, of course. You can bring them, however high they need to be to get us to, the second level.
Where we need to go. Yeah. No, these look quite nice.
Right?
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about these warp pipes even existing after like episode 1.
Hey, you not been jumping here, man, to get over to the main room?
Honestly, man, I have been running across.
Wow.
I know. It's a guilty admission of not using our technology.
This guy's been wearing out his W key. Jeez.
I'm not gonna lie. I've actually probably been doing this, which is still not as efficient as jumping up on this warp pipe. I've been /homing and /backing to get across from the main room and the little side room with the ducks and everything. But I
also figured that could kind of, because you were talking about getting some separation, I figured this could kind of give us a little bit of separation where we end up having this kind of outer edge on the bottom floor, which is where we can kind of put some of the automation, kind of behind the warp pipes. And it also gives us more real estate on that like second level up on the top as well, right? So I think it kind of hopefully feeds two burns with one ignition. What's the I don't know how you would feed two birds. Feeds two birds with one scone, man. Is what I was
Feed
gonna
two
say.
burns with one ointment, Isaac.
There we
go. There you go.
You feed burns with ointment. I guess you neutralize burns with ointment. No,
you do. Yeah, you do neutralize burns with ointment. I suppose, Isaac.
If you want to feed the burn, I think I should feed the burn with more flesh.
Yeah. Is that a really roundabout way to describe like a skin graft or something?
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, well, let's have a look here, man. I'm working on the unnecessary part of this. Can I shift right click with the pipe wrench? No, okay. I was hoping I could like pick it up easily with the pipe wrench.
I see. While you do that, I'm going to do real progress, Isaac, and I'm going to complete some quests like a crazy person.
Are you working on, man?
I'm on Signalum.
It's done, man.
Signalum as in the Signalum quest line.
Oh, I see.
Fluid encapsulator.
So
you've already done
man.
it. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'll have you know, Isaac, that I deposited the iron into the system for you to do that.
Well, I'll have you know, man, that I have 44 iron as well. So I also deposited the iron in the system.
It doesn't matter if you did or didn't, Isaac. I still helped, all right?
Do you have some flux ducts, man? Could you connect up the fluid encapsulator and the magma crucible?
There you go.
Okay. Could you make me some coils, man?
You want some coils?
I'd love some coils.
A few coils in the mix.
You like a good coil, man? How do you feel about coil wine? You a big fan of that?
Coil wine. I don't even know what coil wine is. Coil wine is in like what a computer makes.
Yeah.
I thought you were describing some kind of, I don't know, Pinot, Chardonnay, coil wine. I was thinking, gosh, I dabble in wine fairly frequently. I've not heard of coil wine.
You're like Isaac's on another level. Where is he getting this coil wine?
I know, yeah. This must be some kind of delicacy from Yorkshire.
We live different lives, Nick. That your first impulse is wine, WINE for drinking.
Man, I've not heard coil wine out my computer in like 10 years.
No, I think it's mostly like a solved problem for the most part, man.
I think so. But you know what, Isaac? Next time I hear it, honestly, but who knows, man? I might have grown too old. I might not even be able to hear the damn frequency at which that operates anymore. Maybe that's why I've not heard it in the last 10 years, Isaac. I'm too old.
It's possible we're both in that same boat. Could you throw the coil, man, into the fluid encapsulator once you have it? And I think I just need the one coil for now, honestly.
Okay. I have one spare coil, should you need it.
Whack it in there, man. Whack it in
I'll
there.
Get it
going
if it's just if it's for redstone fluxifying these, then I'll do that. I didn't know that was the process now. I thought I'm used to that old recipe where you chuck some gold and some redstone together and it makes it, Isaac.
If you hover over the unredstoned coil, you'll see that it's a Ben creation. It's added for this pack.
Gosh, yeah, for this pack specifically. It's not even an Opolis thing. It's a submerged thing.
Exactly, man. Exactly. So can you make this crystallizer then, man?
Yeah, I'll make the crystallizer.
Cool. While you do that, I'm gonna embed. I'm gonna work on the thing that doesn't need to be worked on. So
okay,
everything needs to be worked on in a sense.
Everything needs to be worked on. Yeah, everything needs to be worked on. Everything is of equal importance as long as they provide content. Isaac, I've got the best damn crystallizer you've ever seen. Come over here and experience the crystallization that can occur via this crystallizer. All we need to do is put some simple nitro dust in here, acquired by placing dust into a strainer with water and a simple mesh. And then we get some crystals. Isaac, oh look, you've already got some. We need to put some water in here, don't we?
I wanted car salesman Nick for the rest of the...
Just add water, Isaac. Just add water. Like most good things, just add water.
This thing is fast, man. Have you seen the speed at which this is?
It is called a crystallizer. All crystallization that I've experienced in the past, Isaac, has tended to be quite slow. If anything, this is extremely fast, Isaac. This is good. Okay, this is good.
You do make a good point. Given that it is actually crystallizing dust into real crystals, you could argue that is fairly fast, man. That's true. In the time it took you to do that, man, I've lined this whole back wall with pipes at great expense to our company account, man.
Okay, good. So this has cost 30 coins, right? 30 bucks.
How many do we have? 10 down?
We have 10.
That sounds right then, yes. And we're going to kind of continue it like this way as well, right? With more kind of coming. We're going to go around the entire kind of top level of the base. And
Right,
initially I was going to
okay.
leave like a 3-block gap between each one, man, but after some tinkering, I think we've decided that like the more dense, like, I think this is going to look nicer, especially once there is like a catwalk up there and this doesn't just look like the water ends haphazardly. I think this is going to look interesting.
Yeah, I'm thinking, do we want this one here? Or is it getting a bit too...
Oh,
you know.
I was going to continue. I was going to put another one here, man.
Oh, that's all right then. If you're going to do that, then that's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
and then I was going to like
ended
leave
a bit abruptly.
Oh, no, it's going to go all the way around. Like the whole room is what I'm thinking.
Right, okay.
I want like a ring on the top level, right? That fully encompasses the thing. I was going to leave like a gap here so we can obviously walk in. And then I guess the question is, man, are we keeping the red brick in the middle? And do you therefore want me to put down like red pipes here and here?
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah.
I feel like yes. Yeah,
Oh,
you should put... Actually, no. Put blue ones there, Isaac. I've decided.
Okay. You've decided to go against that.
You're going to put blue ones there because, you know, I've got to maintain my overarching goal of blue needs to be the most common block in this whole shebang, right?
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think it's going to look good, man. I think it's going to look good. So now we have the Crystallizer. Can we get Amethyst? Is that like a thing we can actually do now? We need 6 Niter, man.
Oh, yeah. I've only got 4, actually.
Jeez.
Is this thing continuing? No, there's no more Niter dust in here.
Water, yeah. I mean, so we could potentially move this to like over here, or we could run this fluiduct somewhere because like, you know, the fluiduct here is producing water limitlessly. I was just thinking we could maybe do like... we could maybe do like
back.
This...
Yeah.
Right, and then do you have the fluiducts, man, or are they in the system?
I believe they should be in the system.
They are indeed. We have exactly 4. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I've messed this up because that's steam.
Oh.
Hold on. Can I force that to not connect? I think the answer... Do you have flux ducts? How hard are they to make?
I do. I have 1, Isaac.
Oh, you have 1. That's not very...
I have 1 left.
Right.
In my setup. To be fair... Since you've removed this, I can now have 2, actually. There you go, I've got 2.
Could you put 1 flux duct in the system? Bizarrely, it actually requires flux ducts to make fluiducts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you didn't...
Fine.
Yeah, man, it's 1 flux duct and then 6 bronze to make the fluiducts, man. I was going to make more fluiducts because we only have 4.
Wait, hold on, Isaac. You're making the fancy fluid ducts.
I'm making whatever you've already made, man. This fancy I didn't make these.
Windowed. That requires a flux duct. A puny regular fluid duct, Isaac, that's not got a window in it, is just 2 bronze and a lead.
I see.
But you also then get half. You only get 4 as opposed to 8 with the window
version. It uses a third the bronze, right? So it is still more efficient, I think.
Yeah,
no matter which way you slice it.
I feel like the reason that I made that windowed fluid duct was because that's what the quest wanted at the time. But I'm pretty sure it wanted that specific version.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
And now you think that that's like too rich for our blood. You've decided that like actually...
I think it might be.
Right.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, more, you know, lead and stuff to do it because you need to make the flux ducts. But we've got lead. We've got a stack of lead.
I've done it, man. I've gone the nasty way. The good news is you can kind of like mix and match. So we could do this to know, right? Like what's in the pipe. Like I've gone every other pipe there is water is clear. 1 windowed, 1 non-windowed to kind of pad it out.
No,
you know what I mean?
Okay. All right.
All right.
Just to know that the water is in that.
Exactly. So it's a sanity check, man, right?
Okay, oh gosh, you've freaking... The amount of times sanity check has been said to me by ChatGPT in the last 72 hours.
I think that's why I said it, man, because I'm also in the same boat.
The word sanity check has driven me insane. It's removed all sanity from my being, Isaac. For a quick sanity set, give me this, and then I'm going to break everything afterwards. That's basically what my experience has been with the word sanity check over the last few days. Okay, nice. This is going to make some more niter, albeit very slowly. Have we kind of seen if we can make any augments at this stage for them to make machines faster? They need gold.
So I was gonna say, because the integral component is makeable once we have invar, but yeah, it needs gold, man. It needs gold.
I thought so.
And
thought that
again,
was the case.
we're kind of close. We are going to need a blast chiller. Looking at the next quest line here. The blast chiller is going to let us make ice. And then from the ice, we can get blizz powder.
Okay.
Although it looks like you... Oh, but that's just the... How does this work? Because once we have amethyst, right? Oh no, I see this is going in the other direction. Never mind, ignore me. Once we have amethyst, we need 5 amethyst to make an amethyst shard. Once we have at least the 1 amethyst shard, we can start sifting the dust blocks that we already have and that we already are sifting. But if we sift it with the amethyst mesh, we have a chance of getting gold ore pieces, which we can then process through our pre-existing setup into gold. And so we should be, once we have just a bit of amethyst, man, we should be good to go.
Okay, cool. Good. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
Surely.
It is going to require
Slowly but
one.
surely.
So, oh gosh, man. Jeez. So here, again, I feel like there's like a degree of automation that is going to be required here, right? So once we have the niter, we can make purifying salt mulch. And once we have purifying salt mulch, we can then make purified water. Once we have purified water, man, the way we get amethyst is by putting niter into the strainer with purified water, right? And the niter gets consumed. But it's only a 10% chance to get amethyst dust from niter. And so if we need 5 amethyst shards,
no,
right? Do we need like 50 niter?
I think we're going to need quite a lot.
Have you seen the speed?
Niter.
Would you like to retract your speed of the crystallizer claim?
I mean, again, I feel like for crystals, this is good, but it feels like we need like 50 crystallizers to do this, right?
Yeah.
It's quite slow. It's quite slow.
Pretty slow, man.
And
like,
this is as fast as this can get without upgrades.
I think so, yeah. And again, we can't make the upgrades until we have the amethyst shard. It's a bit of a chicken and egg problem, you know what I mean?
Yeah, if we want to, if we want to automate this whole setup, I think we are going to need 2 crystallizers anyway, because you, here's me pinning quests. You need to crystallize the amethyst shard at the end as well, right?
Correct.
So I feel like we want a crystallizer to turn niter dust into niter, and a crystallizer to turn the amethyst dust into amethyst shards. So I might as well make another crystallizer, double up the niter supply, right?
You say that. I don't think we need like a limitless supply of amethyst shards, right? Like we only need enough to get the gold, because once we have the gold, you can make gold meshes, which are the same tier as amethyst. So we only need the first 5 amethyst kind of the one time. You know what I mean?
Right, okay.
So I do think it's potentially a better idea to look at the strainer upgrade that reduces the chance that the niter is actually used when it's strained, right? Because there are 4 tiers of strainer upgrades. So far, we've made the improved duration upgrade, which reduces the speed of the duration of the slowness of the strainer by 20 to 40%, right? It makes it faster. Then there's 3 more. There's the improved output upgrade. This, and again, there's like 4 tiers of each strainer. So the default, the first tier of output upgrade increases the output chance by 20%. Then there's an input upgrade. The input upgrade reduces or increases the likelihood that the input item is not used by 20%. If I'm not mistaken, let me check the exact wording that Ben gives on here. So is it called like the standard input upgrade? Which one is the default? Yeah, improved input upgrade. It says input consume chance is 80%. So right now there's a 100% chance that if you sift something or strain something, it gets used up. With the improved input upgrade, there's only an 80% chance that it actually gets used up, which is good. And then if you upgrade that to the second tier, if you go to the if you go from the improved to the sturdy, then there's only a 60% chance, at which point you're almost, more than 33% of the time, it's not actually going to use the niter. And it looks like these are very doable, man, actually. They just require resource generator tier 2s.
Yeah, you can go all the way to everlasting, it looks like.
Oh,
right? If you get enough of them. Yeah, it's just the same nested craft.
So you
just more resource generator V2s, I think.
The tier 3 one, the reinforced one, requires granite.
Like
seemingly specifically.
Specifically, yeah. And it
I
looks
don't
like
know if we have to get that with diorite and nether quartz.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
Chet is right. We might just be able to go and mine it underground, man.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we do
That's
have like a
true.
world down beneath us, man. So could you look at making some resource generators and see if that, like,
yeah, so I'm going to need, how many? If we want to go all the way, I'm going to need 4, 8, 12 of them. Okay, that should be somewhat doable.
With the final one, man, if you go to the everlasting input upgrade, I think it's like an 80% chance that the input is not used, right?
Let's have a look.
Yeah, so input consumption chance is 20%. So there's only a 1 in 5 chance that the item that we put in actually gets strained, and there's an 80% chance that it doesn't. So most of the time, it's not going to get strained, which is pretty great, man.
So that basically brings the percentage or chance that we get a amethyst dust from the whatever we're straining from 10% up to like 80%? Or is that might be the wrong maths?
I guess the chance will still be the same. I get what you're saying though, because like now, instead of running once, every niter is going to run approximately 5 times.
Yes. So for every individual thingy that we have, I can't remember what it is before niter dust. Is it the? It's just the thingy, isn't it?
Niter dust is from regular
niter
dust
itself.
Yeah, so regular dust gets its niter dust, and then niter dust goes into niter, and then it's the actual niter that we strain. Yes, to get
it's the niter.
Dust,
yeah. So for every individual niter, there's the effective chance that from that before it disappears, we'll have a much higher chance of getting a amethyst dust from that.
If yeah, I don't know. We'd have to crunch, like, we'd have to get like an actual mathematician on to figure out. I mean, I say actual mathematician, probably just somebody who's done like, high school math or something and still remembers how it works.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
God, let me turn these on because it's each one is in theory gonna last more. It's gonna last longer. I don't know if it's fair to say that each one would last 4 or 5 times longer. So it's still like, I don't think that's statistically true.
Somewhere in the middle.
Yeah, but I'm sure it's doable.
Okay,
so,
cool.
Yeah, cool. So yeah, if you can get that upgrade, man, that is going to make this much easier because we already have 9 niter, and with a 20% use chance, I think 9 niter already is probably good, man.
Okay, nice. And I do have enough lapis to get this going all the way, so...
Okay, I do need to spend 6 niter on the purified salt mulch, though, so that we can get the purified water, which I will now do. I will now demonstrate.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. I didn't realize that's how that worked. When if water goes over the... oh, look at this, man. Have you seen this? If water goes over the spouts, they deactivate.
Oh, yeah.
Right, look
I
at
suppose
that.
that's quite a neat little mechanic, actually.
Right?
From Warp Pipes, the mod, to check that.
Okay, so, I see. I right-click this on a block of mulch, of course. So we've got a decent amount of mulch, man. Here we go. If I do one of these, I do need to get rid of this water first, because I don't want to be carrying that around with me. Boom.
Boom. I need a bucket of water for every resource generator tier 2, and I didn't want to make too many iron buckets unnecessarily. And you need specifically iron buckets of water. I tried with the wooden buckets. So I have to keep going back and forth to get what you need. More water, and then to spend them on more of these resource generators. I'm up to 6 out of 12 though, so we're getting there.
Nice. I mean, I guess in like an ideal world, we'd want everything to be to have the upgrade in, but not always.
Yeah,
I think in some scenarios, like the speed upgrade is better than the input upgrade, right? Especially for the resources that we have like limitless supplies of, like the.
I'll tell you what I've run into though. Yeah. I have run out of lapis. I actually need more lapis
Nick,
to do this.
Check out the wooden strainers in the corner, man. Get your butt
Let's have a look.
Over into there.
Yo! Okay, perfect.
Nice.
This is more than enough.
Okay, so I have the strainer tank with the purified water in it. So now... Oh, now we can just put the niter in it. I need an iron mesh or a bronze mesh. Let me check that again. Was that iron or bronze? Iron or bronze. Do we have a bronze mesh? Is that what's in? I feel like we
made one.
We do. These ones are very, very close to being broken. But how close are you to having that input upgrade, man?
I'm just making more of these.
The resource generators.
Resource generators. We're going all the way, right? We're going to max upgrade.
Sure.
Everlasting. Yeah, so I need 12 of these.
Okay.
And then I need the granite as well.
Okay. I'll go look underwater, man, to see if I can find you some. I'll take my diving suit all the way down. I'll see if I can get you some granite, man. Yeah, man, right down here. We, straight away, granite, right beneath us. That was not at all difficult to... I got 53 granite, man. I probably shouldn't have ultimated it. It's probably not worth the durability on the pickaxe, man, but here we go.
You bring it home.
It's in the system. Right.
Cool.
Jeez.
So input, upgrade. I would like to make this tier. Then I would like to make this tier. And then I would like to make this tier. And then I would like to make this tier. All right. Everlasting input upgrade acquired.
Whack it in the strainer that's right behind you, man. This one right here.
This one here.
Yeah.
All right, there it is.
So if... Oh, yeah, that's correct. If we throw in these guys, that should now, run better. Right?
Yeah, so instead of needing 50, we're hopefully going to need more closer to like 15 niter here.
It didn't get used.
To get this out.
Which
didn't get
good,
used, yeah, exactly.
right?
So obviously it proves the input upgrade works.
Right.
Let's see where this gets
that
to.
One
that
did
one
get
did get used
used.
and got nothing. All right, well, it's not looking good so far.
It's still going to take us so long, though, man, to get what we need, right? Jeez.
How many amethyst shards did you say we need? 6?
5.
5. Okay. So yeah, this technically needs to run 50 times, generally, just to... for us to see the expected amount of amethyst shards. Obviously, we'll let these crystals, these niters, still be made, and we'll see how things go.
Yeah. I was going to say we could run... Like, we could make more. We could make a second strainer. It would mean using another 6 niter to make more purified water, but, like, we could try and double up the speed. But then at that point, it's like whether or not it's worth having... We'd have to double up the input upgrade.
Yeah. Right, yeah. And this bronze mesh has only got 22 uses left, man, so this will probably break before...
I mean, the bronze meshes are not impossible to make, but we could make another one. Is my point, I guess. What the water features, man? What are you thinking here? Look at this.
Oh,
we got like almost a full room effect.
Gosh, this is something, isn't it? I feel like I'll like this more when the catwalk is in.
I think that's it's certain to be the case. Do you want, Nick, in that case then, to do a little bit of base work? I can make a new bronze mesh, and maybe we do a little bit of design work while we leave this kind of chugging along.
Okay.
In the background.
Hey, there it is.
Oh, Nick, we have 5 amethyst dust, and look at this. We have what you've been referring to as a mezzanine now, man. Look at this.
It's the mezzanine. Look at this. It's looking good, man. It's looking good. A lot of water jets, but I suppose, what it means is that you can get to any part of this easily via water jet.
Exactly.
Isaac, also known as warp pipes.
We're not fully there yet. There are 8 blocks of marble missing on this last little corner bit here, man. But other than that, we're basically good to go. So I'm going to throw the amethyst into the crystallizer. And as you would expect, Nick, just like with the niter before it, is this slower?
I think
I think it's the same speed.
It feels slower.
It does feel slower. I think that's because we've been watching the strainer, which is actually comparatively quite fast. Whereas this is real slow. So looking at it, it requires the same amount of power, and I'm pretty sure that's how this works. So, gosh, man, both the niter and the amethyst, like the dust to crystal conversion, requires 5,000 RF, right, to complete the craft. This machine, if you click on the left, uses 5 RF per tick. So it takes 1,000 ticks, Nick, for this crystallizer.
So that 1,000 ticks is
50
what?
seconds?
Like 50 seconds?
Yeah.
I was going to say this feels like a minute per amethyst dust.
It's going to take us like 4 more minutes.
Well, here's the thing. If I get one of these, do we get quest reward?
Do we get like an amethyst?
It's just buck size.
But man, look at this quest line, man. What we are going to get if we get some lava. It's something that might make all of this worth it, man.
Worth it, yeah. Have you really not got a bucket of lava up to this point?
This is how we unlock it, man. Are you ready for... You thought that was slow. Come and look over here in this magma crucible.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Give it a second. Yeah. Give it a second. Watch that little progress bar in the middle. Hold on.
I'm waiting. Oh, there it is. There it is. So is this going to take? So this is 50,000. Is this going to take? Is this a 50,000 RF?
This takes 200,000 RF, Nick.
Oh, so that's what 10,000 seconds.
Wait, no, this one uses 80 RF per tick, so it's more than 10 times faster than the other machine. So it's 200,000 divided by 80 is 2,500 ticks, which is 125 seconds. This is going to take just over 2 minutes, man. Is what this is going to take. So it will be done before the Amethyst is. But not by much. No.
God.
And then we'll get us the sound of money, man.
Which is what we want, Isaac. That's what we want. That's what we want. And then it's on to bloody gems and dusts afterwards.
It is. A lot of the gems and dust quests here, man, are kind of just getting stuff that you get from sifting things we already have, but in a higher tier strainer. And so we now have a question to answer, Nick. And that it's not really a question. We have like we've got work to do, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Because I think now we need to kind of do a repeat of what we've done already. We need to get more strainers. We need to automate the sending, because even thus far, we've not automated the straining of gravelly mulch or the straining of dust, which is kind of what we're doing with these two meshes, right? These two strainers here are supposed to be for sifting gravelly mulch, which we have I think we are making gravelly mulch automatically over here. We are, yes. We got a crafter that receives gravel and mulch, turns it into gravelly mulch. That's good to go. So all we would need to do is get an exporter onto that strainer to begin to receive those items. I think the trouble that we run into is that to get the good stuff from the gravelly mulch, you need either an iron or a bronze mesh. So the bamboo mesh that we have currently isn't going to cut it. And so what we would then have to do is automate this part of the equation, right? This thing here, where we actually take the iron that we get from sifting the gravelly mulch, run it back through to actually produce iron ingots, and then smelt and craft the iron ingots into iron meshes automatically to make sure that it continuously makes more iron, right? And also everything else you get from gravelly mulch. And so that's kind of, the next thing that we need to do.
Okay.
And also, this is done.
Okay.
Nice.
That's done.
Ready?
Here we go.
Boom.
Hey.
Let's go. Okay. Gosh, I don't know what we're going to do with the lava, necessarily. I'm assuming there's some kind of purpose for it.
Yeah, at least we've got it.
In this life. Yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, the next thing that we need to do is make a blast chiller, which is literally the most opposite of lava
that
thing
it's possible
that there is.
To be, yeah. I mean, the blast chiller again kind of comes after the Amethyst shard, despite how the quest line is laid out here. It's
it's starting in the middle here. Okay,
yeah, man. Also, if you have your Amethyst shards, could you place them into the system?
Yes, I have one. I'll put it in.
That's perfect, Nick. Perfect. So, Amethyst mesh. Boom, boom. Hold on. Did you put it in?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, yep, there it is. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Tom's a little buggy sometimes, but we've got it, man. We've got it.
There it is. Nice.
We've got it. So now we're sifting dust blocks, which we've got loads of, man. Here we go. So if we throw this in over here, this is one of those situations where I guess we are wanting to keep the duration upgrade in. Like, in theory, we could move over the input upgrade to reduce the number of dust blocks we use, but I really don't think that dust blocks are going to be high on our list of things to reduce the usage of. Right? We've got hundreds of them.
Yeah, exactly. But look at this. Yeah, gold ore pieces coming right in.
Yeah, man. They're coming in. They're coming in.
Oh.
And also other stuff. We're going to get a bunch of quest completes for doing stuff like this. I think...
Yeah.
I see Certus, man. Certus quartz dust as well. I'm going to assume that's, A2 city,
A2,
potentially. Yeah.
Quartz enriched iron at the end of that, so I'm going to assume that is the case.
Annoyingly, man, like, the Certus quartz and the apatite dust both need to be run through the crystallizer to get, what it is that we're actually...
Right, okay, fine.
Actually after here,
Okay, all right, then.
It's,
fine.
It's going to take a second here. Yo, look at that, though. Raw gold, gravel ore, gravel gold.
We're getting man.
We're getting stuff, man. We're getting stuff. There's a lot of quests here for just sifting dust.
Yeah. Just the general process. I mean, I suppose the good thing here is that it's paying back for your water vators, Isaac, because we're getting coins for all of these. It probably won't make up the 30, but it might just make up well, it's not even 30 actually. It's probably like We spent close to 100 coins on all of this.
Don't sweat it, man. Don't sweat it. It's all worth it in the long run, man. It's an investment into the future. You know, it's tax deductible, man. Just think about it that way. Okay.
All right.
Jeez, we're gonna make that money back in no time.
Okay, I believe you, Isaac. I believe you.
Okay. Cool. So that gets us silver as well. So silver and gold gets us the electrum, and then we can work through to rose gold. I'm wondering, man, if it is not worth us taking a little bit of a quick swipe break. There's the swipe being that, you know, transition effect that happens on the Nick and Isaac videos when we go from one. Exactly. Do we want to do that and get, like, so first of all, we could do with like moving some stuff that we have, because like obviously I've not put all the water features down in this corner because of all the machines here. Do we want to move the machines either to like a different wall, you know, potentially like over here, or even potentially to the upper level? And do we also want to kind of reorganize some of the stuff we have, make some more strainers, teach some more crafts, and see if we can't automate that gravelly mulch situation?
I was going to say, shall we automate everything that we've got up to this point? Okay, let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right, Nick, it has been a minute since we swooshed away, but we're back, and we made a couple of tweaks, right? So we've kind of rearranged the center of the base a little bit. We've pushed our crafting terminals back. We have moved our thermal expansion machines over. They're still powered the same way. I've just kind of moved the power generation back. Also, it looks like you can have the Stirling boiler here pointing right into the steam dynamo. You don't need like an intermediary fluid duct like we had before. It can just feed the steam straight in. This is all good. We are going to have to put one of these inventory hoppers here to feed this constantly with fuel at some point, ideally, to keep power coming in, because right now we have to manually re-add, you know, charcoal or wood or whatever it is to this Stirling boiler to keep it going. But that's all the same. We've then gone ahead and kind of run cabling up to the top level. So starting kind of over, I was really hoping I could make that jump. You cannot.
no, you're like, it's like one block away from hitting the next water vator, unfortunately.
So over here, we have 3 strainers, and each one of these strainers needs a few things. So it does need the strainer upgrade, specifically the 2 duration upgrades that are just going to make it faster. And so we have one that we're going to export the gravelly mulch to. Again, that's already being made. We're also going to have one that we're going to export dust to. Again, that's also already being made. So if I do a quick /back, it should just be the case that we can go ahead and right-click this guy to gravelly mulch. That works. Right-click this guy to dust. That also works. And then eventually this one here is the purified water strainer. We don't quite have the resources to fully automate that yet, but it's there ready for the future. And now, man, we need to export, I guess, just like iron meshes to the gravelly mulch strainer, and then gold meshes to the dust strainer, right? So to do that, we have to automate the production of iron and gold meshes. So over here, the plan is going to be to move the crafters from downstairs upstairs. For now, though, we've just set up like a new line of crafters, right? So over in here, like step 1, we can, I don't think you can shift click in the recipe here, right? That's not how that works. You have to actually put one of each item in, because it uses one forever, right?
Okay. That's right.
Right. Over here, I've reset up a more compacted version, I think, of the system that's going to generate the ores for us, right? Or generate the ingots for us. So here we have a block placer with an exporter on it. So we're going to export over all the gravelly ores that need to be exported, like I have some here. Those are going to be placed down like that, and then we have the block breaker. I also have an exporter on that, so we're going to have to teach our system, for example, how to make like iron shovels, which should be fairly doable, and then have those sent over so they always get put in. That's going to go ahead and place and break those. They get fed round to this chest. This chest has a pipe that feeds it round to the top of the blast furnace. The blast furnace also has an inventory hopper on it. We need to export fuel to this continuously, and then once it has fuel, it's going to put it in here, and then this, man, is where we have to get to a point that we've not got to yet. I think, if I am not mistaken, up until now, we've been pointing the thin end of the basic inventory hopper at inventories. It does have the word hopper in it. It's not called an exporter. I'm somewhat certain that if you put it down the other way, like if you do this, that now that acts as an importer.
It will take it out.
Not as an exporter. Yeah, let's try it. If I put a red brick in there, look at that, it disappears. So if you check the system, man, for, let's say flux coils, because I'm assuming we have no flux coils.
We have no flux coils.
How about now?
Now we have a flux core.
Yo, yes, that totally
so that
works.
Very, very nicely.
So all the ingots here are going to get cooked eventually and then imported. Do you want to then tell me what you've been working on, man? So that we have space for this.
If you follow me with this pipe to the back room, Isaac, we now have a wall ready to go of storage.
Look at this.
So, all connected, by the way, with extra red-coloured chests on the right to improve our regular storage system. This is essential, Isaac. This is essential,
I love
right?
it so much.
For connection, okay? So, on the bottom, we've got, 14 frame drawers of 2x2, right?
Yep.
To hold all of the intermediary pieces, bits and pieces, right, that you get from the strainers. The top row is to hold all of the ingots, and those are framed compacting drawers, which will then give us block and nugget varieties as well. The bottom here is kind of been left with the intention that all of these will have resource generators and speed blocks on them, hence the gap. Right.
I like it. Yeah. You could have just run like red chests along like the bottom and then up. But I like the commitment to filling the wall.
I had to commit to fill the wall.
Chests. Yeah.
All right. I had to commit to fill the wall. That was an option, Isaac, is doing it efficiently. But we have quite a lot of storage slots available, basically. So yeah, we just need to fill these with the relevant things, basically. And as long, I don't know how priorities work with Tom's simple storage mod, but I would hope that everything goes into the frame drawers rather than going into chests once the frame drawers have a slot.
Ooh, that's a good question. I actually also do not know how the priorities work there. I would also
not quite sure
hope
what the situation is. Yeah, but I suppose we'll find out. Maybe
we will find out. Okay, here we go. If I do this and this, so that's the recipe I think for the iron mesh. It is. So this one is going to require 2 hoppers, one for iron and one for sticks. It's also going to be one that we want to put a downgrade into again, right? Because we don't want to use all of our iron making iron meshes. We want this drawer here to hold like exactly 1 mesh. Run up and lock these drawers for me, man, as well?
Yes, I can. Let me come over to you.
That way we can hopefully not run into any sticky situations that we don't want to find ourselves in.
Let's come over here. Let me help you with these. Yes. Here you go.
Iron and sticks. There we go. Look at this. Okay, so that's working. And then if I set this to extract, initially it's probably not going to work, but that's just because it's not filtered. But if I do that, that is now filtered. And so that is going to go ahead and make more iron meshes. I'm then going to take that iron mesh over this way, because then we need to export that, right, to this guy
the strainer,
correct,
its relevant place.
Bingo. And so now, in theory, that's almost gravely mulch automated. Now, the last kind of piece of the puzzle, I guess, is if we go back down to the lower level, at the back of the room, right, we have our old setup, which does need to be tweaked, but for now, will work. So this, I think, is connected up. So I need do we have any iron ore pieces in the system? We do. We got 69 of them. Nice. So if I tell this guy here to export those, that's going to fill those up, which is exactly what I want to see. And then if I extract from this guy, not into here, but into here, that should, in theory, store all of these. And it totally does. So now the iron ore gravel is being automated. And then the thing, the troubling piece, Nick, that we were concerned about is exporting all of the different gravel blocks to the block placer. And the reason we're worried about that is just that, like, so far the filters have not really worked for us. Yeah.
In the past. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Right now we have, like, let's say I take lead and gravel. So filter-wise from Tom's, there are a couple of different ones, right? There's the item filter, the polymorphic item filter, and the tag item filter. The tag item filter might work.
Okay. Which one were you using before?
Before we were using just the item filter.
Okay, I see.
Which just like you put the items in, right? But there is, like, if you press F3 and H, right?
Yeah.
And then if you type in, iron, gravel, ore into JEI, or if you take one of these that I've got in my hand, Nick, here you go, I'm halfway.
Yeah.
If you hover over that now and press Control, you'll see the block tags like submerged : gravel _ ores.
Yes, I do see that. Yes, yes.
So I'm wondering if the item filter doesn't work, but maybe the tag item filter might work?
So you would just filter for all gravel ores.
Correct.
Basically. I'm assuming that all of them would need to go into the... and be shoveled like that, even, you know, non-fuel based... I'm assuming we actually don't get any non-fuel, like as in like gems, right? Like gravel gems, like his lapis.
Oh, you're wondering if there's like a submerged gravel ore that doesn't need to be placed and broken in the same way is what you're wondering.
But I'm assuming they all do.
I would assume they all do, man. And now you know what they say about people who assume, but
yeah. Something to do with you and me. And
donkeys.
To do with asses. Yeah. So.
Jeez. But I think it might be fine. Let me test here. So I need more. I need paper.
Okay, I am starting to fill these 2x2 drawers with those little intermediary pieces. By the way, like
cool.
Copper ore pieces, iron ore pieces, flint, lapis, mini coal, like all of that stuff. I'm assuming that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
And will mean that all of these things will start to. Once they get extracted, we'll go there instead of filling up a chest.
Correct.
Unnecessarily.
Not that we... yeah, because we don't want to start using those chests at all.
At this stage, but yeah.
I like it. Okay. Yeah, this is good. So, and then once I have the filter, we can then test if this actually works. Because if this does work, then it's just a case of filtering the crafters we have, you know, many of them to just craft, you know, nickel ore pieces and lead ore pieces and gold ore pieces.
Yeah.
And then they should all get exported straight away round to the system that we have, and all should be dandy, man. All right?
Okay, good.
All should be dandy. Good. So, let me do this. Oh, I need more. We don't have any bronze. You don't have any bronze on you, do you, man?
I have no bronze. I do have some copper ore pieces that I can whip up into and make copper in order to make bronze.
It's okay. We got copper and tin. That's fine. I can make another bronze ingot. I need 4 bronze nuggets, man. I don't even need a full ingot of bronze.
I don't even have any bronze nuggets. They've all been turned into storage cores to make these storage drawers.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We are Mia. Yeah, wait, there we go. I've got it. Right, perfect. So, boom, boom, and boom. What do you think the odds are, Nick, here on the tag filter working?
Oh, I am hopeful. Man, I am hopeful. I do think it's like a 51% chance.
Okay, right. I have it here. I have this, and it's filtered to use the submerged gravel ores. So, let's have a look. So, up here, we've got, this is the block placer. If I put this in here, why is mulch getting exported, Ben? Why is mulch getting exported, Ben?
So you've set the filter to gravelly ores.
Look,
I'm assuming.
Take a look. Right click on that.
Let's have a look.
It's not like blacklisted or something, is it?
Submerged gravel ores. Reject matching. What about allow matching?
There we go. Okay, right. Try putting that back in. Yo! Thank you, Ben. I'm apologizing because it's my fault. I mean, I would have, like, small nitpick, but, like, maybe make it so that it's set to whitelist by default and not deny list.
That wasn't a problem before, was it?
I remember it being a problem before, but I think we even fixed it and it still didn't work. I think we changed it from disallow to allow and it still didn't work. But this is now working.
This is doing the thing. This is doing the thing.
In theory, like, we should be good to go now. In theory, we are now making, well, not quite. You know, there's always one more wrinkle.
Yeah, as long as shovels are in constant supply.
Well, so, the thing is, right, like, iron should now be coming in theory, passively. Asterisk. We can then use, so like now if I take 2 sticks, right, I can teach the system, man, we need to teach the system how to make sticks.
Yeah, we do.
The thing,
yeah. I've made quite a few sticks recently.
Yeah, and like, but it's also just gonna be necessary if we're gonna teach it. So like up here, I can go to one of our spare crafters. Let's go to like this end one, and I can say, "Hey, iron, 2 sticks. Turn that on." And then using another hopper, I can export both iron and sticks. And then, I guess, could you make me a storage downgrade real quick?
Yes. Let's have a look. What am I missing? I'm missing sticks.
Oh, sure.
That's fine.
Should be easy enough to make, though.
Can literally make loads of sticks. And I am missing one of these, which means I'm missing one of these. Yeah, no, this is fine. Let me just make a basic framed drawer. Storage downgrade. All right. And where is this going?
Up here, man. Into this very end drawer right next to me.
Here you go. There you are.
Perfect. So now, if I say, I don't know if I told you to export iron, you to export sticks, and that's going to make shovels. And then if we actually go ahead and do one of these, that's going to store shovels. And then from there, we can just go ahead and add that shovel, you know, to the filter over here, to the exporter over here. And it should just export shovels. Now, again, whether or not I export it to the wrong slots is TBD, but that looks like it's working. So if I take out the broken shovel, does it export a new shovel? So far, the answer would appear to be no. But the question then is, keep an eye on that, do we have a shovel over here, or is it like, do we not have any sticks? The answer, we do have a shovel. Oh, I've not connected these up, Nick. I'm a silly Billy. That's what's happened here. These drawers, right, are not connected because there needs to be like an inventory connector. So in theory, if I put down the inventory connector here, normally I was under the impression that just this worked, but I'm assuming that's not exported the shovel.
No shovel as of yet.
And then, but for some reason, if I do this and this, that is going to export the shovel.
Shovel.
Nice. Yes. Nice. Okay, cool. So that's now automated. The last bit, Nick, that we actually have, so again, like, you know, we've only done it for iron, really, but it's the same process now where we can teach the system how to turn, you know, copper pieces into copper, tin pieces into tin, or gravel tin, and then run it through the same system, right? The only thing that's actually fully stopping this now, because now the good news is that the iron has been taken, the iron will be made into iron meshes, and those iron meshes are being exported to where the gravelly mulch is being sifted. We would also need to do the same, of course, for gold and export that to where the dust is being sifted, because that would get us, you know, more gold. The only thing that's not automated now is the fuel, right? Because we are not sending the charcoal automatically to this blast furnace. But man, that should be a fairly easy fix, right? It should be essentially just a case of smelting the wood that we have coming in. There's a question as to whether or not it's worth doing that with, and this is a question for future Nick and future Isaac, but there is a question as to whether or not we want to do that like with like a redstone furnace.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah. Or if we do want to use fuel, but use something from the iron furnaces mod.
I was going to say as well, yeah, no, there is the iron furnace mod. I did just make it. I made an iron furnace as you said it, Nick.
Yeah, because tiny coal is coming in, right, as part of the, or we can just, smelt wood into charcoal as well. But tiny coal is coming in via the,
Interesting. If tiny coal's coming in, we could just export the tiny coal.
That's what I'm thinking. Tiny coal's coming in. It's got a drawer slot now, so it'll be stored. Okay. Hopefully.
Let me see here then. So if I put, I'm gonna put mini coal in the filter then. If I take that out, so mini coal is now being exported here. Whether or not the question, I guess, then becomes whether or not we're getting enough mini coal.
Exactly.
But mini coal, it's a 50% chance.
It does last a decent amount of time.
Oh no, this is the old charcoal. It's not burned through yet. I'm pretty sure one mini coal will do one item. Is the thing.
Okay.
But you get 9 mini coal from one coal. Is the so like currently the one piece of charcoal is burning through. One piece of charcoal does 8 items.
Right.
So you get 1 mini coal. It's a 50% chance from a gravel. So every time we sift a gravelly mulch, we're gonna get 1 mini coal.
Okay.
I think we are right now. We got a backlog, of course. Eventually, we'll see. We can keep an eye on it.
Well,
right?
If this stops because it's run out of fuel, then we'll know.
Yeah, but the good news is that even if it stops, it runs out of fuel. The system itself won't stop, and so eventually more fuel will arrive, and we'll keep going.
Yes,
right? Like it
that's
is
correct.
actually automated.
Yeah.
That's here you go.
True.
Now you can. Here you go. Now you can see the actual speed of this, which is working. And so between streams, man, I will go ahead and teach the system the other bits, right? So we need to teach it. Oops, that's not right. We need to teach it the tin, copper, lead, gravel, gold, silver, and all of the different ores need to be taught. That's fine. Then they're going to get smelted automatically as well, which is fine. And we also need to export gold meshes as well, which is the same process as the iron meshes. That's also fine. And then from there, man, we've actually, at that point, finally automated the bits that get us to where we're at, and we can look next time at progressing through with Electrum into this infusion altar, and by the looks of it, man, a little bit of mystical agriculture, which puts us not too far away from diamonds, and of course that time in a bottle, man. But that is a problem for future Nick and future Isaac, because alas, we're out of time for this episode of Seaopolis Submerged.